25 Celsius. Wow. Hey guys, welcome back. That is 25 Celsius under here, under the pergola. But yeah, it's feeling really good after the last 3 months of winter, right? Here in Australia. It's pretty windy though. We had 72-kilometer gusts overnight. And thankfully, we don't have any tall trees left. The ice cream bean tree was the last tall tree. So I can sleep at night without too many cares. But yeah, it was very windy. Very, very windy. I've almost finished here with the fig. I almost got it out. That is, got the top part out. But the chainsaw went blunt on me. So I've taken the chainsaw into the shop to get a new chain. So I'll have to wait to get this top part out. As you can see, I was slicing it in the middle, and then the chain gave way. So now I have all this extra room here. I was thinking of putting a tree there, and maybe another tree there. So one right here. I'll get these pots out of the way. So one there, and one over here. So it'll be the black sapote tree, another tree here, right, and another tree there maybe. So we'll see. I've got some contenders in the nursery. Most likely it'll be this jabuticaba, right? It's sort of grown out of its pot, so that'll be one contender that can go there. And the other contender might be that cinnamon tree, that one there. That's done really well in the pot over winter. The other tree would be the wax jambu. These are the only trees I have left, guys, that are worthy of planting. All the rest are just ice cream bean trees, which are too big to plant anywhere. So yeah, so it's another day at Fruitopia at the end of winter. It's almost over, guys. I've got a lot of work to do. I've got to prune back this 10-year-old pomelo tree so it has strength to stand in storms. I don't want to lose it. It's currently flowering. It's still holding a lot of fruit, at least 20 pomelo. We've eaten 20 or juiced 20. We basically juiced the citrus. It's too many to eat, guys, in the hand. And check out that mulberry tree up there. That definitely needs to be pruned. There's no way I can get up there. That's almost 5 meters tall. And it's meant to be a dwarf. What a joke. Yeah, I've been feeling very, very lazy, guys, since we got back from our travels. Maybe it was too much traveling that I haven't quite snapped back into the rhythm of gardening. But I am admiring the change from winter to spring. Check it out. This is the dwarf black mulberry. This is no dwarf. I don't know why it's labeled dwarf. It's 5 meters, guys. Well, almost 5 meters. There's no way I can pick the fruit up there. Even down here, the birds are always here from early morning till they're just not never here, right? The jabuticaba's waking up. I can see all these little bumps everywhere, right? See that? So that'll be budding soon and flowering. So when you see the jabuticaba wake up, that means it's spring. So we haven't had the temperatures of Sydney and Brisbane. I've been checking the temperatures all around the country, and guys, they're already at 27 to 29 Celsius. Wow. And it's still August, it's still winter. So the pink guava here is fully ripe. The fruit is getting ripe. Let's just check it out. Hang on. Hi guys, I'm back in my uniform. Let's see. We've been enjoying these for the last week. So nice. The taste of the tropics here in Melbourne in winter. And it's fully loaded. They've been dropping. I picked up like 30 of them when we got back last week from the ground. Just too many, guys, too many. An abundance of food. So we might not be fully tropical, but I can guarantee you 1,000% that we have more fresh fruit here in our Melbourne garden than most tropical gardens in the tropics. Guaranteed. And the reason why I'm so confident is because of all the setbacks from nature up there, right? Calamity, floods, cyclones, and those nasty fruit flies. Fruit flies weren't even a thing here until recently, the last maybe 5 years, right? Check out this mulberry. It's also fully loaded. First time we'll be getting fruit from it. It looks like the shatut, right? So I'm looking forward to this. This is the Angela, and it's grafted. There you go. So that'll be a lot of fun when these are ready. And our latest banana flower is almost open here. And I need to pick this bunch down. The so-called blue Java. Some of you have said it's not a blue Java. Well, I'm not sure, but that's what the label says from dailies. Waiting on some flowers on this dwarf macadamia, which I've had in the ground for 3 years. It's getting a lot of new growth, waking up to spring, right? But no flowers yet. So yeah, I've got to bring these bananas down, but they're not turning yet. They've been hanging there for 6 months. 6 months, and they're not ripening. Okay, I'm definitely bringing that little sucker down. That's the Grand Nain. Doesn't look like the bunch is amounting to anything, so we'll get rid of this altogether and mulch it. These are dwarf sized bananas. That's the green sapote. It's a very thirsty tree. These guys need a lot of water. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. I think it's 2021. We were gonna go to the beach, but it's a bit windy. Picking up the limes from the Tahitian lime. Every day we've got to pick these up. As you can see, there's about 10. Also picking up macadamias that are either being knocked down by the birds, or they're falling off from the wind. Right? There's always work to do, guys, always. And this was a bumper crop from 2023-24 of macadamia. The American pawpaw tree is still sleeping, which is really strange. Thought it would have woke up by now. The grapefruit tree, that's the ruby red, absolutely loaded with grapefruits. Look at that. And it's still winter, guys. Just a reminder, we're in Melbourne, Australia, one of the coldest capitals, actually the coldest capital city on the mainland. And yet, we're overwhelmed with the amount of fruit. And not only citrus, but subtropical as well. These are cherry moya. And also avocados. But citrus is king in this part of the world. Actually, it's way too much citrus. And I've also got the exotic rare trees like this black sapote, which most people have never heard of, and I don't blame them. I had never heard of it either until like 12 years ago. It's also known as chocolate pudding fruit. This one here is a grafted variety called the Tahiti, and we haven't had any fruit yet. It's pretty cold hardy here where I am. I mean, it does flower, right, like that, and make little fruit, but they fall off. So it's been 4 years now in the ground. It doesn't get any cold damage, but it doesn't set any fruit, well, any major fruit, just little fruitlets, and they drop. So we're still waiting on the black Tahiti, black sapote, to do something. And back here I've got another mulberry. Mulberries everywhere. This one is also setting some fruit. That's the, let's see if I can get closer, hang on. Okay, this is the beanley, the black beanley. So they're pretty much identical. The beanley with a dwarf black. But I like to use them as chop and drop. They're great for that. Some more bananas there. And here I'm standing beside that lemon tree. We've picked about 20 of these lemons, and it's only not even put a dent into the amount of fruit. This is another rare exotic called the yellow jabuticaba. I'm happy to see that it's pushing out new growth. Very slow tree. Very slow to grow, very slow to do anything. It looks like it's gonna take oh my gosh, 8 to 10 years before it fruits. Yeah, guys, you heard right. I've already had it for 2 years. I mean, it's struggling just to stay alive. Its little brother here died. He passed away last summer. This died in summer, not winter, and I don't know why it died in the heat. It was getting protected by the ice cream bean tree that I had here, and then once the ice cream bean tree was gone from that location there, this was gone. So evidently 1 day of 37 degrees that we had finished it off, whereas this one was fine, mostly protected by the overhead lemon tree. Wow. So because of this, it's too hot, and it's too hot and too cold and blah blah blah. Instead of covering the area with shade cloth, which I don't like to do, It's more work for me. I just plant these. These here are called loquat. These loquat trees, I grew them from seed, right? And they act as excellent canopy trees, and they're fast growing. This one's in a pot, so in a pot that they can't grow more than 5 feet. But once you put them in the ground, they'll grow to 10 feet within 2 years. And I've already done that with my Pinkerton avocado down there to give it some protection from the summer heat, not from the cold. There's cold protection and there's sun protection. So there's a lot of work, guys. Let's have a look at the temperature here. See, this is what heat does, hot sun does to the tropicals. This is not cold damage. This is sun damage on the Monstera deliciosa. Look, torched. But it'll come back, right? There's a lot of leaves that were underneath, unaffected. Okay. And not only that, it's fruiting. There you go. It's got fruit. We're just waiting on those to come. All right, this is in the sun now. In the sun, the temperature is 20, I think it says 24, 23. Yeah, so it's definitely not 24 in the shade. I think it's like 21 when I check the thermometer. I've also got a allspice tree, right? This is my second one. I lost the first one to wet feet a couple of years ago. I had it planted down at the back there, right at the back where all the water ends up, and it just sat in water and drowned. This guy's a little higher, much more elevated, and look how we did over winter. This is just coming out of winter without any cover. I mean, it's got the Monstera deliciosa leaves on top of it, right? But no other cover or protection. And the leaves, look, they're brand new and so healthy. So this is very cold tolerant, but it doesn't like wet feet. Okay, so some trees don't like to sit in water. The mulberry doesn't care. Mulberry, you can sit in water. How do I know? Because the Angela mulberry I showed you earlier, that was sitting in this much water for 2 months in September 2023, and nothing happened to it. Whereas this guy, he was sitting in water for 2 days. Not this one here, but his other buddy, and he drowned. So we're not told these things when we get into gardening. You got to learn the hard way, and boy oh boy have I learned the hard way. See this loquat? That's the only reason I put that there is to protect this guy who got burnt last summer. It wasn't even summer, it was autumn. The first week of autumn is very hot, guys. And but it's coming back. The tree's fine. It's just that the old leaves got burnt. So by November, this will have all new growth, all new leaves, and sun protection. Late afternoon. So in the late afternoon, the sun's right there. Boom. But in the early afternoon, like right now it's lunchtime, it is getting hit. So it will still get hit at lunchtime. The hottest time of the day in Melbourne, Australia, in summer, is between 12 and 5. In other words, the whole afternoon. The mornings are mild, even on a hot day. And that's the morning there. The morning is there, and the temperatures are never over 25 in the morning. So once it gets there, it's 30 degrees at midday in summer. We're talking summer now, and Melbourne only has 2 months of summer, January and February. That's it. Only 2 months, and 1 week in March. So yeah, that'll burn at midday. And here is the late afternoon sun, which the loquat here should help. And this is gonna grow over the next 4 months. This loquat will grow bushy. I'm gonna let it get bushy to protect this little Pinkerton, which is almost 10 years old. And it was doing really great and fruiting for us until calamity struck with the hot sun. Yeah guys, hot sun. Hot sun is equally a problem as cold here in the temperate climate. One way and the other way. And not only hot and cold, but also you have drought. Melbourne's had drought every summer, and it varies from 1 month to 4 months, depending on the year. That is of no rain at all. None. Remember, we don't get any rain in summer, right? Like they do in the tropics. Rain here is winter and spring. So as you can see, the giant bird of paradise is already flowering in winter, at the end of winter, right? See the new flowers? That's in full sun all day. And they're the old flowers from last autumn. So they're my indicators. When I see flowers like that, it's an indicator that it's warm enough to go planting vegetables, summer vegetables and tropical fruit trees. But you have to protect them through the month of September and October, just in case there's a shock or surprise at night. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the video off now because the last couple of videos I made were very long. I can't help it, guys. I can't help it. I want to make 10-minute videos, but it doesn't ever end up that way. They get long because I'm always finding new things to talk about, and instead of making multiple videos, like this video could have been done in 2 parts, I just keep rolling, and before you know it, we're at 50 minutes. Sorry but not sorry, because I know there are many of you that don't mind, and I'm one of those people. I don't mind watching 1 hour long videos. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, is prune this pomelo. This is lazy work, right? What I need to do is mow the lawn. That's what really needs to be done. As you can see, it's very this is all winter growth. Yeah, we get winter growth in the wrong area. It's warm enough for the grass to grow, but it's not warm enough for the tropical fruit trees to grow in winter. So unfortunately, look at the jabuticaba. Look at all the weeds that I have to pull out from here. Look, this is from winter, not summer. This is not summer, this is winter grass. But it's still not warm enough for the jabuticaba to wake up. Only now is it waking up. Only now, the final week of winter. But the grass has been waking up all winter, right? Look, guys, at this dandelion. See, different plants have different tolerances. Yeah, so I'm gonna be trimming the pomelo lightly, and the Subel white sapote, because the green sapote is getting smothered by both trees, right? And it's not getting enough rain. It's very, very dry. Thankfully, we're gonna get 5 days of continuous rainfall this coming week, which will be great for him. And I'll finish off with this mulberry. Yeah, another mulberry. This is the black Pakistani mulberry that I got from Ross Creek Tropical. But what happened with this guy is his rootstock took over the graft. So what I did was I let the rootstock take over. I allowed the rootstock to take over because I want to taste the fruit. I don't know what the rootstock is. I could call them and ask them, right? But they might not know either. They're just stockers. They just stock trees. They don't do the initial work. So the graft, hang on, the graft is on here too, but it's not fruiting yet. It's just waking up, right? That's the graft there. You can see here. Hang on. There you go. They're the two trees, those two trunks. So I'm going to determine, okay, we have a lot of rev heads out there. I'm going to determine which one I'm going to keep after I taste both varieties. All right, guys, that's the video for today at the end of winter, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's beautiful. We're finally back into the 20s. We had 1 week of 20s a few days before we got back from traveling, and now we're having another week, or not week, maybe 4 days of 20, 21, 22, 23, and then it's back to the teens. We're back into the teens with lots of rain for the final days, and hopefully once September arrives we can get back into the 20s. Like I said, in Sydney they're having 27, in Brisbane they're having 29, Gold Coast 28. Wow, they're having summer there. They're having summer. They're not even having spring. 28 and 29 is not spring. That's summer. I wanted to pull out this 24-year-old apricot tree, but I don't have a chainsaw now because I took it into the shop and replaced it with another tree because it's just not the same as it used to be. The quality and production of fruit. Or maybe just leave it for another year. It seems like it's going gangbusters with flower buds. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. That's it for now. Catch you from the next video. And have a great day. That's Dukas. They're the smallest Dukas bananas I've ever seen grown here. I don't know why. They're usually 4 times bigger. But this time the bunch is tiny, but we can still eat them. They're barely edible. Bye, guys.